I only spent time with you because Samantha was not ready. Isabella came to my side and patted my shoulder. There was no mistaking her pleasure in my humiliation and agony as her tone turned condescending. Samantha had changed her mind about Liam after seeing his pack's recent success, she claimed. Let's be honest with ourselves. Evelyn, did you really believe that someone like you would have a successful and fruitful marriage with Liam? You know, as the elder sister, you really ought to step aside for Samantha. She deserves a chance at something special and important. It was the same story as always. Whenever Samantha wanted something of mine, she took it. Why would this have been any different? I hastily put a decent amount of space between Isabella and myself, blinking back the mournful tears of my tattered future with the man I thought cared for me. I waited for my breathing to settle. The only consoling thought I had was the fact that most of Liam's success was all due to me and my efforts. I'd spent months designing and planning out trade routes and building personal connections with other neighboring packs whose tools and supplies are vital for the developing growth of the future of Liam's pack, whereas Samantha's concerns were purely placed on herself. All that time spent, all that energy and effort was mine. Samantha had no part in any of it. She didn't know the first thing that went into knowing how to properly care for a pack, yet everyone believed her to be the perfect match for Liam. But I knew better. Time will tell everyone the truth. Unfortunately, Isabella wasn't finished in her speech over how wonderful of a match Liam and Samantha were for one another. I honestly had half a mind to leave the drawing room and head back to bed. Shockingly enough, the conversation shifted back to me. There's really no reason for you to continue mulling around the place since your father and I have already found you a husband, she commented. I snapped my head around to glare at the woman in shock. I could easily make out the excited glimmer in her eyes. My stomach filled with dread, and I instantly knew that it wasn't good. Before I even had the chance to ask who it was my parents were choosing to give me away to, Isabella stepped forward with a wide grin on her face. It's young Alpha Alexander from the Moonstone Pack, she said. My heart sank. Within seconds, the shock was beginning to sink in. I wasn't sure when I stopped taking in literal breaths. All I knew was that all the blood that was meant to be circulating through my system had rushed to my head, making me feel dizzy and disoriented. I was waiting for my knees to buckle out from under me. I was waiting for my vision to grow tunneled and for my sight to black out. Alexander Kingston. I didn't know anything personal about him, but I knew of his pack's reputation. The Moonstone Pack was the current largest pack in the country. According to what I've heard through passing conversations amongst the staff, Moonstone Pack owed all of its success to its alpha. If it was 3 months ago, it was impossible for our packs to unite through marriage. Even if it happened somehow, Isabella would have saved the choice for Samantha. The young alpha had been praised for being handsome and highly skilled in battle. He had defeated many poorly managed or undeserving alphas and had earned the title of war god. He was exceedingly intelligent and had expanded his territory through trade. Our pack was truly no match for his. However, 3 months ago, he'd been badly injured in a major car accident. Now, word was circling around that he looked very different, had life-changing injuries, and his temperament had become sharp due to his life's changes. Alexander's pack had stopped expanding, and rumors that Alexander would never recover began to spread. And since then,